Greetings friends, this stands my fourth video and is the English translation of my third video in Hindi. The aim is to provide English version to the seekers who understand it better in the English language. So, in this video, I will explain why I named my channel like when Lord Vishnu himself came to guide for attaining liberation or moksha, and how the science of Saankhya Yoga was transferred to me. So, it was 2004 and don't know where and how I heard that even gods and goddesses crave for a human birth. Was greatly surprised out of it, as I knew that gods resided in abodes where great comforts were available, and as such, why should they come to this earth where all sorts of troubles were abundant? So, deducing that definitely something is hidden behind it, my brain started working over it. And this question started visiting me randomly in the beginning, but its frequency kept on increasing by each passing day. And I reached the stage soon when this question was troubling me all 24 hours. So much so that I lost my sleep completely and started losing my health. And as was unable to sleep in the night but required to perform duties of my government job in the morning, I was facing great problem out of it. I tried and contacted few people whom I thought capable of answering this question of mine, but in no avail. So I was in pickle and finding no way out. I applied for 15 days leave from my job, thinking that at least I won't be required to go to the office in such condition of mind and hopefully catch some sleep during this period. But neither I got answer to my always troubling question, nor I got any sleep. And the day came when I had exhausted all my leave and I was required to attend my job again. No way out, I started getting ready for the office. And as soon as I started bathing, I clearly felt that some power is there who is trying to contact me at mental level. I questioned the visiting energy as to who it was, and in answer to this, what I heard was totally unbelievable. And it even thrills me greatly today also when I recall that experience. The answer that came from the other side was that I am the master of all three lokas or planes, Lord Vishnu. Astonished out of the answer, I bowed my head in reverence and touched his feet in my imagination. As if he knew my worrisome condition, he did not waste any further time and straightaway asked as to why I was so disturbed for the last so many days and what was my problem. I was sort of carrying a heavy load on my head since long, so as early as I got opportunity to shift it to someone else, I did it and tossed the question towards the Lord, telling that I am in a very bad condition and if I do not get an answer to this, probably I won't be able to survive. Feeling my deep concern, he quickly assured me that nothing bad of that sort was going to happen and I was going to get answer to my puzzle right then. Assured, I started listening to him with full attention. He said that I had asked such a first question in which all the secrets of life, death, rebirth, liberation, and God were hidden. I said that I do not know anything about, and it was he who had to enlighten me over it. He started answering all my questions pertaining, and this continued for 3 months. Don't know why, but generally he used to visit me when I was in the middle of my bath. But I never asked him as to why it was like that, but always wondered about it and thought that since he is the supreme power, let him visit me whenever he feels like. At times, he was telling me such finer aspects of Saankhya Yoga that I felt as if I am being given pure gold. Fearing I may miss or forget something out of it, I used to come out of the bathroom and note it down in a notebook. My family members, particularly my mother, used to say as to what I was doing like that, and my answer used to be that please don't disturb me at present and let me do what I was doing. At the completion of 3 months, I observed that though he was there with me, as he is also now and always remains, but was not vocal and completely silent. So, as I was enjoying his divine words, matchless oratory, and out of this world knowledge, I was in complete bliss and ecstasy during this entire period. But deprived all of a sudden of all this, one day I complained about it and asked as to why he was not telling me anything. He said to me that okay, just think if anything is left to be answered by him, or I am left with any doubt or question whatsoever in this regard. I sat down on the floor of the bathroom and introspected for full 5 minutes, but found nothing more to be inquired about, and replied, no, I do not seem to have any more questions. And he said that this is why he was not vocal. Here I may mention that nobody was visible before my eyes, and the Lord used to visit me at mental level only. But yes, whenever he used to visit me, I felt it very vividly and used to get involved in the dialogue between two of us. So, at the end of the dialogue, after 3 months, I asked him as to what is his order for me now. He said that as I am good at languages, I should write a book about so that the entire world could get benefited out of it. So accordingly, I wrote a book regarding Saankhya Yoga, which is lying with me in draft form, but I could not get it published till now due to time constraints. So, thus I got the Saankhya Yoga from Lord Vishnu himself, and always wondered about good deeds of my past or present, so that Lord himself came to enlighten me over this most precious subject of life, leaving his heavenly abode, namely Vaikuntha, and through which attaining liberation is quite simple. The only condition is that it is heard carefully, understood completely, absorbed, and put in practice in life. And you will find that attaining liberation or moksha is quite easy, and it does not consume much effort or time, quite contrary to the general belief in this regard. Through Saankhya, the moment you understand the entire concept, you are there. The very same moment, the process of purification starts happening in your thought and resultant action. Your actions become pure, moral, and sinless. You earn holy credits or punyas through them, which in return provide worldly comforts and liberation for you. Also, you win over all the vice and perversions, namely desires, anger, passions, attachment, greed, ego, jealousy, laziness, rajogunas, tamogunas, and satogunas. You achieve the state of transcendence and qualitatively become akin to the God. You also acquire the same qualities and virtues what the divine possesses. You become wise and perversionless, just like God. As we all know that the soul within is a part of the ultimate. So in seed form, it contains all the properties that Lord have. Like a droplet of sea water contains all the salinity and properties of the entire sea water, the same is true with the soul. What only required is to awaken this force and put it on the task. One should know the science or art of it, and this science is the science of Saankhya Yoga, which very kindly he gave to me. Liberation or moksha means liberation from the endless cycle of birth and death. If thus achieved, one does not have to get born again. On the other hand, if one has won over all the vice and perversions while still alive, that is also one kind of liberation, as these demons no longer trouble you and you don't commit any sins. A soul or consciousness like this already stands liberated, need no further liberation, and one's body is separated, gets merged with the divine. Once one has won over mind and controlled all vice through Saankhya Yoga, no life circumstances can move you adversely, and you will feel freedom, ecstasy, contentment, and bliss, and you have achieved the very purpose of life. So, thus I got this yoga from the Lord Himself. I am spreading this word because in one verse of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has said that He likes a person the most who not only knows Him like this through knowledge, but also spreads His word of wisdom and liberation. This divine science is for the good of the entire world and every human, and has the potential to transform the way this world functions. When humans would know the very purpose of life, they will strive to achieve it and get liberated in the process. Lord Krishna Himself has proclaimed Saankhya as the shortest and the surest way to achieve salvation. So one must learn it and develop expertise over it, so that we don't miss the rarest opportunity of attaining liberation through this human body and getting merged with the divine. So it is important that every doubt and question in this regard must be asked and clarified. So thus I have explained why I named my channel like that and how I got Saankhya Yoga from the Lord Himself. So enough for this video, I suppose, and I will practically take you further in the subject in my next video. Till then, my respectful regards to all, and thank you very much. Thank you.